getting the best out of the players that are available. There may well be a bit of chopping and changing. We'll try and keep everybody abreast of that. But a fantastic game in prospect to round off what's been an outstanding weekend of Betfred Super League.
Yeah, absolutely spot on, Barry. And yeah, Paul Rowley, who's consistently got the best out of teams, and his coach. That's why Hull wanted him as their coach. That's why the rugby league rumour mill is suggesting that Leeds want him as their coach in 2025. He will stay tight-lipped. He will carry on doing the job that he's doing. And it's the current leader in the Man of Steel ratings, Mark Sneed, who will get us underway. What a fantastic season he has had. Always a crackling atmosphere, isn't it, at the Stade Gilbert Brutus. Can Salford make it 5 wins on the spin? Or can the Dragons come back with a big win on home soil to leapfrog the Red Devils into 5th place? Early stages will be important, as they always are, but as Barry was saying, the return of McAlorum absolutely key for the Catalan Dragons.
He's very much defensive in his involvements, Michael McAlorum, the number 9 at the back of the play, the ball there, a disruptor, will get under the skin of the opposition, but today I think he's probably got to play a different role, still do what he's good at, but get out, jump out from dummy half, and ask some questions of those big men in the middle for Salford Red Devils.
Yeah, it's a good start defensively, this, isn't it, for Salford? Singleton busy, Shane Wright busy.
Right down the middle.
Rouget with the kick forward, and here is Ryan Briley, who's such a key part of what Salford do. He's back in the side against Hull, scored a try last weekend. He missed 3 through injury, but he really is very, very important to everything that Salford do, especially with ball in hand. Here is Mellor, who we talked about before. Callum Watkins still going strong, 33 years of age, the captain, and still at the top of his game, isn't he, Callum Watkins?
And a standard setter in training, a standard setter in games, and somebody Paul Rowley relies on a lot, as he does with Big Brad Singleton, who breaks a tackle.
Always get a bit of oomph, don't you, with Singleton, the real enforcer. The kick goes up from Sneed, and is well taken by Arthur Moore. The kicking game will be important, as it always is, but you're always going to get 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 with the boot from Mark Sneed. Never quite sure what you're going to get from the likes of Moore, Rouget and Farge.
No, runners of the ball is a fair assessment of what they do, and that's their key involvement for those Dragons halfbacks.
Aaron Moore, by the way, is our referee. Jack Smith will be making the video calls. That was Rouget on the last. That was Artem Moore with the kick, and well, he let it bounce. The gamble paid off there for Ethan Ryan. I think he thought that the ball was actually going to go out of play, but instead it bounced into his arms. It was a dangerous gamble from the Salford winger.
Nice softening up period here. Both teams are not afraid to throw the ball around, but interestingly, you mentioned that kicking game. Everybody that previews Salford will talk about Mark Sneed, his big involvement. There he is, gets hold of it, kicks on second tackle, because tactically there's no better half-back in the division. Oh!
He just kept it in, I think. He released the ball as he got his foot onto the touchline, but what a kick that was from Sneed. It was within millimetres of a 40-20, but yeah, perfect example of the danger of the boot of Sneed and the Catalan Dragons on the back foot.
Well, the 2 half-backs on shore, Chris Atkin, won't really take charge and control. Does ever so well here. Arthur Moore just bats it back inside. Were the chase a little bit quicker, a little bit better, he might have picked up that loose pass, but he judged it to perfection, Arthur Moore.
Bousquet.
He was good last week against Hull KR, Bousquet. Big minutes, big involvements, getting inside on the front foot.
Yeah, big influence as well, Farge with the kick downfield.
Remains good now.
Here is Ryan Briley.
Good work from Salford on last tackle, taking some time away from Catalan Dragons. They're trying to do what Mark's needed, clear the line, buy some territory, but Salford not allowing them to.
Still one.
Really good defence.
Find space, stay on.
Dion cross.
Who else? Benjamin Garcia. The captain for the Dragons will rack up 40, 50, 60 tackles sometimes, and a lot of them look like that.
Consistently the top tackle man in the Catalan side, the captain of France, captain of Catalan, and he really does lead from the front, but an opportunity now. That's a really good break.
Go for Julian's out.
Logan Lewis it was, playing only his 4th game since joining the Red Devils from Canberra, and under pressure there. Morg from Shane Wright just manages to stay and play, but game management so far from Salford has been exceptional.
2 belting tackles from Shane Wright. Judged the first one to perfection, didn't give that penalty away, and then good contact from him on the second.
Rouget and Artur Romano. Singleton with the tackle, Morg from dummy half.
Stand there, fine. Go 5.
Mellon with the tackle.
Yeah, he's outside. Till 5.
Well, that was lucky. The ball bouncing straight back into the arms, and it's picked up by Rouget, and Rouget will go for the line. And I think Cesar Rouget has scored. All about Lady Luck there. The ball bounced, the kick came, it came off a Salford knee. Aaron Moore is going to ask Jack Smith to have a look at this. Mark Sneed just wondering what was going on, but that was all about the bounce of the ball and the luck favouring Catalan.
Didn't they do well to react on last tackle, Catalan Dragons? Again, kick pressure coming in from Salford. Aaron Moore and Jack Smith in consultation. They'll make sure if there's any way or any reason that this can't be given. Rouget does incredibly well at the back end of this. Take it all the way back. Here's the charge down. It's play on from that point. Everybody's onside. There are players to the left, but they don't play no part. He looks right. That option is blocked. Goes in left. This is a try, this. Great work. Cesar Rouge, he does really well to keep his legs, keep moving, and an awareness where the try line is. The question of grounding is okay. Well then. Well, the referee, Aaron Moore, is in the best position. You look at it and watch it in slow motion. There is a question to be asked. Ryan Briley, does he snatch at the ball? That angle doesn't tell us much, does it?
Rouget is absolutely convinced that he grounded the ball. This may tell us a little bit more.
Let's have a look at this angle. He's either telling the truth or he's telling big lies. There's a hand on the ball there from Ryan Briley. If the referee gives it, I don't think we've seen anything so far to disallow it. As you say, he celebrates. He's not asking the referee. He's not pleading with the referee. He celebrates. A bit of frustration on the terraces. You've got to give it, haven't you?
Jack Smith wants to have a look at this in slow motion. As we've said many times, everything looked different in slow motion. Was the hand on the ball? Did the hand come off the ball?
Do you know, Stuart, I often think you watch anything in slow motion, you can see what you want.
Absolutely. Well, here comes the decision. Is it a try for Cesar Rouget?
Try, Jack.
It is. Certainly not enough evidence to overturn it, but a real slice of luck for Catalan in the early stages. Bouncing off the knee of the Salford defender. 10 seconds later, Rugby is over for the first try, and the Dragons lead 4-0.
It's outstanding work, isn't it? Outstanding reactions. From the minute that ball, I wouldn't say it's charged down, I think there was a ricochet rather than a dead set charge down. But the Dragons players flooding forward and they get a just deserved try.
Arthur Morg, whose kick success rate in Super League is pretty good. 48 out of 55 now with the boot in Super League for Arthur Morg. And Catalan lead in the early stages. 6 minutes on the clock. Catalan, who need to win to go back to 5th spot in Super League, lead by 6 points to go.
Well, in a strange quirk of the fixture schedule, this is the first time these two teams have met. You have to go all the way back to 2023 when it was 42-0 to the Catalan Dragons. I'm not suggesting there'll be any memory of that within the Salford mindset at the minute, but they want to get back in the positive column as soon as they can. They didn't do an awful lot wrong in that first foray, 6.5 minutes, 6 minutes. But the Dragons took their opportunity.
The fixture computer may have had a malfunction with the way that these fixtures are turning out. Warrington have played Catalan 3 times already.
Are you sure you haven't been pressing the buttons with those fat fingers of yours?
Absolutely. You talked about that defeat last year, 42-0. The year before, Salford went to Perpignan and produced one of the performances of the season. They won, I think it was 46-14, wasn't it? Fantastic performance. So we're expecting points, we're expecting entertainment. Good kick on the last. Brilliant take there by Ikevalu. Charge forward. Here comes Ikevalu again. And that is quite fantastic by Matt Ikevalu. Absolutely brilliant. That's a try. That is a fantastic try. I'm not sure why we're going to the video referee, but we are. For me, Matt Ikevalu has started and finished a brilliant move, and Catalan has surely gone back to back.
Well, let's talk about what we're seeing before we come back to why we're taking a look at it. Is everybody on side? The red line is a metre or two as the ball touches. Is everybody on side? You'd have to say the side closest to us, yes. There are players in front on the left. What bearing and involvement do they have? They're a metre or two offside. Now then, is Tom Davies in front?
Let's see what the involvement is, Barry.
Well, he's come back, hasn't he? He's within 10 metres.
Ikevalu, who kicked the ball
It's some
forward.
skill, isn't it?
Do you think?
Yeah.
Ikevalu's offside.
Yeah.
Salford let it bounce. Ikevalu.
Say that again, Jack.
Davis's involvement, presumably, is
I think they're going to scrub this off.
I
Really
think
do.
they are. My apologies if there was an offside. I thought it was a try all day long, but I think the offside was possibly
Offside within the 10 metres.
against Tom Davis.
Another warning sign about last tackle, about kicks, and about the reaction of Salford. They are putting a lot into restricting meters, putting a lot into making sure they get control and charge down.
Back here, boys.
Yaha doesn't get too many opportunities, does he?
There.
They got away with one. We shall see. Salford have the ball. They're looking for a high shot. No, says the referee. That was Chris Hankinson. What we were saying in the start, Hankinson, Watkins and Stone will just switch around, won't they?
Yeah, what a luxury that Paul Rowley has, but also what confidence he has within that versatility.
Riley, good opportunity again. Picked up well by Sam Stone down this left-hand side.
Go for.
De Jong cross. Could easily be two
Still
tries
four.
down.
Wrong read.
But now they're attacking. Here is
Still
Briley.
four.
That's a long pass out from Ryan. Ryan with the chase towards the line, and just a little bit too much on that from Ethan Ryan. But promising signs for Salford.
Cheers, Sam.
Catalan,
In the middle.
hang on. 20-metre restart, 7 tackle set, 10 minutes gone, 6-0, but full of entertainment.
There's always ball movement with Salford. I thought with the injuries of Tim Laffey
Hold it,
and Nene
boys.
McDonald, it might go through the middle, might pepper that middle channel. They've certainly got a little bit of that in the game, but they're not afraid to spread the ball when the opportunity presents itself. Hankinson, oh, there's a ball on the floor.
Chris Atkins.
Yeah, he's pleading innocence, but it's quite obvious it was stripped out. Chris Hankinson and Watkins and Storm will all sort of change places. Yeah, there you go, clearly, hands all over the ball.
Silly penalty to give away. Top 4 a genuine target for Salford. Some will say that
Police one.
top 2 isn't out of the question.
Go one.
If they're on.
Okay, still one.
Busquets again does really well.
Go 2. And the back still 2.
Garcia.
On side.
Rouget, kick up for Yaha. Yaha kicks it forward, and it's picked up superbly by Arthur Romano. And that is superb play by Fuad Yaha. Arthur Romano has surely picked the ball up and scored. It's a try on the field, but for the 3rd time in 11 minutes, the video referee will make the call. And Catalan got their 2nd try.
Well, they are playing with some skill and expression, aren't they? Definitely onside, Fuad Yaha. When he puts that kick in, it's a clean pick-up. The question is, does he put his foot in touch? And if the answer is no, then 1, why are we going to the video ref? And 2, what is the linesman doing? Let's have a look. It's wonderful play. Steve McNamara and his coaching staff have probably looked at the compressed defensive line that Salford Red Devils play with. I think what they're looking for is there a foot in touch?
That's all good.
That angle's not going to tell us anything about foot in touch. Here we go. No. The touch judge is there. The grounding is good. Well, there's a minute in my life I'm never going to get back.
Yeah. It's a try.
We'll check the grounding. It's ugly, but it's legal.
And it's a try. So 11 minutes on the clock, and Salford already in a spot above it. 10 points to 0 it is. We've had 3 video ref decisions, we've had 2 tries, we've had 1 disallowed. Arthur Romano gets only his 2nd try of the season.
Salford's left side, mate.
Extend the lead.
Of Salford, yeah.
And it is 10 points to 0. Disappointment for a large contingent of Salford fans.
They're playing with a lot of
Sorry,
skill,
Jack,
aren't they?
I know you're struggling for them replays, mate, but we've just got to
Steve
check them out.
McNamara and Paul Rowley, 2 of the smartest coaches in the game. Tactically, both teams
That's it, boys. We've got to check that.
are using what's at their disposal. Good kicking game, good reactions.
Morg off the touchline.
It's outside.
And the crowd behind Arthur Morg were cheering as the ball left the boot, and with good reason. And it's 12 points to 0 inside 12 minutes at the Stansfield by Brutus. And Salford, who started so well, were undone first of all with a bit of bad luck, but then that second try was with a couple of brilliant bits of skill.
First of all, Fuanyar to pick that ball up, put the kick in, the regather from Romano, whose improvement this year is something to admire. They're in full control, aren't they? It looks like the Red Devils are trying to get into the grind, trying to go set for set. And the Catalan Dragons have got all the trick plays.
First and foremost, I think, to get a foot in the game, don't they? Here is the tackle from Ollie Partington, of course, be playing for Catalan in 2025. Partington, one of many signings already announced by the Dragons. Elliot Whitehead coming back. Brilliant run this by Cesar Rouget. Tommy Makinson, Luke Keary confirmed. Nick Cottridge, Ollie Partington, the list goes on and on. They're looking strong for next year. They're looking strong this afternoon.
First mistake for the Catalan Dragons. Theo Farge, who of course started his career at Salford Red Devils, 66 games he had in their colours. Gives a short pass to Bailey Sirinen, who fumbles the ball, but for the Salford Red Devils to get hold of the ball, imperative. It feels like it's been all possession position to the home team.
Heads in.
Difficult to believe, looking back at what you're saying there about Theo Farge, 3 years he spent at Salford, a decade ago. How does time fly? But they need to get going here, the Salford Red Devils. Mellor at dummy half. That's Ethan Ryan.
Hold it.
They made a decent start, didn't they? That first 5 or 6 minutes until the try, they were going toe-to-toe. But they've got some work to do for sure. Defending that proud full-back winning run. Mellor dragged down.
That's what Salford need to do, Stuart. Bit of movement from dummy half. Some of those big men in the middle for the Dragons. We've got 15 minutes on the clock. There'll be an element of fatigue in their bodies, but there'll be an element of fatigue in their mindset as well.
Who was the man who brought down Mellor? Ben Garcia.
Hold it. Go third.
Very quick to react. Here is Sneed now trying to get into the game. This is good stuff, and it's Atkinson playing in the centres. Named in the second row, playing in the centres. Or could be playing in the second row, but playing wide out right. I mean, that's what Paul Rowley likes to do. Mix and match, as Barry described for you earlier. Last one, 15 minutes gone. And Salford gets some points on the board. Watkinson is for Atkins. Atkins finds Ryan, nowhere to go, foot in touch. Great defence from Catalan. It'll be a turnover. And Salford come up empty-handed.
And that's the difference between Chris Atkin and Mark Sneed. You know, Mark Sneed is scheming and planning. He's probably 2 or 3 steps ahead in terms of what he wants to do on the last tackle. Chris Atkin sees what's available, and on occasion that strength, that reaction he's got when things are there results in a try or an opportunity or a break. But on that one, Catalan Dragons, who in the energy stakes are well up, handled him, and they get possession back.
I mentioned right at the start about Catalan being consistently inconsistent. They won 7 of their first 8, and then they won just 2 of their next 7, and that's kind of been their season.
Do you know the worry for me? People don't fear going to Catalan now. Lee, Huddersfield, I think Warrington are the other team that have gone to Catalan and give them a good hiding now. Every successful year for Catalan Dragons, it's been a fortress at home, and they need to rediscover that.
Spot on. Another penalty given away. Concern for Paul Rowley and his coaching staff. They flew over to the south of France on Thursday to prepare. It was around about 80 degrees. Fahrenheit, 80 degrees in old money at the kick-off. So
Hold it, boys.
17, 18 minutes ago, so there is going to be fatigue coming into it. Is that another mistake? And it is. It's picked up by Sneed. I'm not sure he's got the legs, but he's got the skill. He's got the guile now. Salford with Atkin brought down on the 20 by Cesar Rouget. They've got an opportunity here off the back of an error from Catalan.
How good is Mark Sneed? He's in the right place at the right time, and the ball ends up beating like a magnet.
Lewis. Play the ball as quickly as he can. Here is Mellor. Brad Singleton now. And again, Logan Lewis.
He's injured there. He didn't
knee.
expect that offload. He looked around for somebody to pass to. Went forward.
He's got a cut on one knee, and he's holding the other one.
He won't worry about the cut, Stuart. It's the buckle. You can see when he gets the offload from Brad Singleton. He looks for somewhere to go, thinks I'll straighten up, but does not see Bailey Sirenen, who lands on top of him, and there's a buckle. There's a buckle in the knee, completely accidental. He's off his feet. Yeah, they're looking about the legality of that. I think they might wait and see whether he gets up. Logan Lewis. It looks like he's up. He didn't like it, did he?
Hey, pal, he's up now, mate. He's good to go.
Yeah, staying on, does really well there, gets up, but get on with it. You can see in that replay.
It looked ugly. Bailey Sirenen is probably lucky that Logan Lewis gets up. It might have been a different case if he didn't.
Sneed with the kick through.
That's great work.
Yeah. Oh, great work by the Dragons as well.
Sides.
He was in, he was out, he was out, he was in. And eventually, Catalan come up with the ball. 12-0 they lead, 18 minutes gone. Oh, big hit there by Lewis on Garcia, who just shrugged it off.
Well, that's got us going, hasn't it?
Romano got that second Catalan try. It's been played at a good pace as well, Barry. Tarek Sims. There is McAlorum on the fourth, looking for field position. Well read by Ryan Briley.
Ryan Briley, his positional sense is good enough to catch it on the full. It was an attempted 40-20. Look at the intensity in defence. That's the trouble with good line speed. Big steps, choose up those metres, but if you don't shorten them up near contact, you're lunging, your arms are wild and flailing.
Garcia was first man in the tackle. As you can see, it was high on Ethan Ryan. So penalty to Salford, approaching the midway point of the first half at the Stan Gilbert Brutus. Good field position from Mark Sneed.
Mark Sneed went long way. They've obviously got something on here that needs to start from this side. He had 30 metres on offer to him on one side, 40 on the other, and he went on the long side to the left.
Yep, still managed to make good distance.
And the back still one.
Atkin and Sneed, and here is Briley. Briley's nearly through, and just about Rouget with the tackle, helped by Arthur Morg. All the Salford fans behind those posts away to our left. Good hands, picked up there well by Atkin. Here is Sam Stone. What a good season he's had. Really strong year, Sam Stone, for Salford. Sneed with the kick through, but too ambitious on this occasion. And yet again, you may see some Catalan hands on Catalan knees there. They're very tired. It's been a really sustained spell of pressure, hasn't it, from Salford? But again, no joy, no points.
First quarter in the books, and what we've had is a period of pressure and possession for the home team, and then that quickly switched over to Salford. They've given a penalty away and cheap meters to the home side. It is just worth watching Mark Sneed, and the body language, the gestures, the way that he moves the chess pieces around the board. Hasn't had much to play with. His side have been under the pump for the first 10 or 12 minutes.
King Buddy Yayawa is on for
One.
Salford.
Move, King.
Jordan
Hold
Desiree
it,
is on for
hold it.
Catalan.
Go on, good.
There's McClure and Fage.
Still one.
Rouget into the line, well read by Stone and Sneed as well in there with the tackle.
It's tangle there, it's tangle.
12 points to nil. Catalan
Go two.
looking to really punish here. Fage looking for a way through. Again,
three.
Stone with an important tackle. Rouget and Bousquet.
Still three.
Garcia trying to turn out of the tackle.
Move, find space. Hold it. Hold it. Go
2
four.
tackles left in this set. McAloran changes his
Still
mind.
4-0.
Fage, it was short pass and it was picked up well by Dion Cross. There's a couple of balls going to ground from the passes of Theo Fage in the last few minutes, but Salford will be happy with that defensive set. 18 minutes to half-time, Catalan still leading 12-0.
Errors creeping into the game for the home team now. We make it 3 mistakes. That's probably been in the last 5 or 6 minutes for the Dragons.
Hold it now. Go two.
Just got a little bit sloppy for them.
There is the King.
Move. Hold boys, hold
Big
it.
responsibility for the bench here for Salford. Try and lift the tempo of the game. Big King usually comes on, disrupts the pattern. He's hard to handle. Big raw bone player, got an offload in him. Sometimes it's a wild offload, but as long as the players around him are expecting it.
Go 5.
On the last, Sneed will put up a high, spiralling, difficult kick. That was brilliantly taken. It was well watched, and you could just see at the last minute Arthur Morg adjusting for the Cats. Superb full-back play.
Perfect technique from the young fullback.
Go on, okay.
Small steps, small adjustments. You know Mark's needs are going to be hard. You know they're going to be high and hanging. Just keep your focus and concentration. That's what Arthur Morg did.
The Salford's 4 consecutive wins. They beat London, they beat Warrington, who were in the doldrums after losing at Wembley. That brilliant win over St Helens. They then took out Hull FC only just in a really tight game last weekend, but 4 consecutive wins to put them 5th in the table.
Wrong read.
And again, you could possibly say they're overachieving. You may disagree. They just played superbly well.
I put it down to the coach, I really do. It looks like that's gone out in the full for the Catalan Dragons.
Another error.
Mistake from the Dragons. It looks to me, although they challenged and got over the line or near the line 3 times, the Dragons, with that no try of Ikavalu, they still haven't settled into a pattern just yet. Still a little bit messy. Steve McNamara will want a lot more from Cesar Rouge and Theo Fage in terms of control. Shorrock's on for Salford, another player. He's just a workman, does his job, can fill a number of roles. But that's the benefit of the squad that Salford have.
Partington brought down. Miller.
Okay, still 3rd.
Here is the King again, Yawa.
Make it straight up. Hold, Julian. Hold
what
it.
Can they do? 15 minutes to half-time.
Still 4.
Couple of tackles left as Shorrocks is brought down. Inevitably the ball will surely go to Sneed, and it does. And Sneed puts up the kick towards the corner. Well taken by Davis. Under pressure, he walks that all the way. And again, whatever Salford are throwing at Catalan, the Dragons are holding firm. Ikavalu makes good progress, brought down by Bunny Yayawa. And 12-0 it remains. Oh, superb from Romano. A young man has come on leaps and bounds, Arthur Romano. The Catalan this year was played for the French against England in Toulouse a couple of weeks ago. Here is the ultimate impact player, Chris Satai.
Another one who can bend the line back defensively. Teams commit numbers, and that's where the space is at. Another sloppy one, turns round and savages his support player.
Fage again, that's three passes in the last 10 minutes from Theo Fage, which have gone astray. Kick downfield, allowed to bounce by Briley. Salford have it back. Just beginning, you feel, to go toe-to-toe and get that foothold, aren't they?
And I don't believe that Salford will be too
Hold it, boys.
upset with the way that these
Hold it,
25
go to.
minutes have gone. You know, you had a charge, you had 2 charge downs really, and then a kick to
Go
Fuad
third.
Yaha. That's
Hang
where
on.
all the points
So third.
and opportunities were. Oh,
Poor pass, and it's picked up by
3-1.
Icavalo. This time the mistake came from Salford.
wild from Mellor.
Yeah, and there was no chance of Gil Dodson getting his hands on that. Will it prove costly?
Joe extra step.
Another man playing against his former club, Gil Dodson.
Police 2. Goal 2.
Short of 40 games he played here in the south of France.
Played all over for Gil Dodson.
Yeah.
Police 3.
9
Goal
clubs,
3.
I think he's had so far.
Round the back, still 3.
Good
Still
tackle,
3.
good recognition. Cesar Rouge,
4.
not having anything his own way.
Atkin,
Hold it. Hold it. Goal 4. Still 4.
been so important
All
again.
offside.
Hard with the kick downfield and cross. Well, he watched it and he watched it and he watched it and he was under pressure there from Icavalo, but Dion Cross in the end, well, yeah, that says it all.
No,
What
do you
can I
know? Do you know what? I think he's had a shout from behind him. He has more than enough time there. Pulls out of picking it up on the first attempt. He's wishing it over that back line. I believe somebody in his own team has given him a little bit there. Said, have a go at that.
Goal line dropout. Still temperatures around 80 degrees in Perpignan.
Shot clock off.
It's hard work, it's hot work in the Perpignan sunshine. Here is Satai! A welcoming party. Dodson was there and Partington was there.
Still 1.
Chris Satai in full flow with some sight.
Yeah.
To the side, goal 2. Gone to the
As
side.
you said, an impact player.
Still 2.
Rouget.
Gone Reed, still 2.
Sims brought down.
Goal 3rd.
Good little spell list for Catalan. Artem Morg nearly through, and it was an important tackle by his opposite number, Ryan Briley. Get on with it, quite rightly, says Aaron Moore. Well done, the ref.
Play on, still 4. Still 4.
Fourth tackle, Garcia out of the back door. Picked up by Satai. Now it's with McAloran. Rouget put the kick through, and it's another try, is it, for Arthur Romano from absolutely nothing. Well, the ball was bouncing around. I think the Salford defence just stopped as Rouget picked it up. It was the perfect read by Romano. Once again, he gets his second try, and Catalan now lead by 16 points to 0.
Another flashy try from the Dragons there. Wonderful kick. The kick is respected with a chase that's good enough. The spectacular. They've been really good at the spectacular. It's just the solid stuff. It's just the nuts and bolts and grind of the game that's troubling them.
Error.
Mistakes, errors, penalties.
I'm
The
okay,
upshot
thank you, mate.
was a third try for the Catalan Dragons. Well, hugely disappointing
against on the side, it's not the clearest score, mate.
As I mentioned, Barry, they were getting a foothold in the game, but let's be honest, they haven't really come close to
Mate, get me to the
scoring,
right
have they?
people.
We make it 5 errors they've made
in
what, 30 minutes. Add on to that a couple of penalties.
I'll keep trying to get to where
You
you
know,
are.
that makes it difficult
Good
for
input, just
you're
keep
handing
working
over possession that's not on your terms. You're not getting to the back end of the sets. You're not building up that completion rate and making your opponents work. But
Time up. Time off.
the skill and the class that they've got in the ranks means that they can provide moments like that.
French flair on show once
From 2
again.
French players.
Yes. I really do like Arthur Romano. I think he's had a brilliant season. Steve McNamara rates him very, very highly. 2 great tries for the young French centre. Is it going to be 3 great kicks for the young French fullback? It is, and with 10 minutes to go to half-time, Catalan now in total control, leading by 18 points to 0.
It's a delicate, perfectly weighted kick from Cesar Rouge, and then the chase is
2 seconds, Palos.
good enough, steady enough, catches that ball, and it looks relatively easy. The best players make the most difficult skills look easy.
have to get the next try.
If you didn't know the scoreline, and if you took the tries out of it, you wouldn't believe that that was the difference between the both teams.
But it is, and here's Satai. Back in your pomp, you'd love a battle with someone like Chris.
He's a big man and a big target to go at, but Ollie Partington, we make it 24 tackles in 30 minutes.
Amazing.
They've got some player on the books there for next year. Ollie Partington, he left Wigan and he's promoting other parts of his game, skill with the ball, but his meat and drink is the tough stuff, defence. And lots of it.
And that's what Steve McNamara identified. And here they come again, and well, the ankle tap in the end that's got Tariq Sims, but they're on a roll here. Last one, and Lord tries to get the ball out and play on. I think it was
Ethan Ryan, what are you doing?
Yeah, he picked the ball up. It was offside. It was accidental offside, but it doesn't matter. It's offside. And it's a penalty.
He knows he's offside. They go down the short side. Big Tariq Sims plays the ball quick. Ethan Ryan misses that tackle, and then as soon as the knock-on occurs there from Hankinson, he knows Ethan Ryan can't pick that ball up, or he gives a penalty away.
Well, the red warning lights are on once more for the Salford Red Devils. Here is Desiree now. Another try for the home side here.
4-2. Still 2. Still 2.
Garcia.
Still 2.
Brought down eventually by Briley and by White, and more problems for Salford. Logan Lewis has failed in HIA. He won't be coming back onto the field. Farge and Rouget, and no, he just couldn't take it, Tariq Sims.
2 knock-ons.
Well, Salford will be very, very grateful for that mistake. At 18-0 with 7 minutes to go to half-time, you will feel that they will have to believe that they're still in it. At 24-0, they probably wouldn't be.
Well, he just can't keep hold of the ball, can he, Tariq Sims? But I wonder whether the referee, for a second thought, after Romano might have been offside. Definitely in front of the back row, Tariq Sims, when he tries to get hold of it. There's been moments of spectacular play, brilliance from Catalan Dragons, and then stuff. If you watched it on a Sunday morning from the under-13s, you'd be disappointed on the skills. Basics.
You're right.
It's the basics of this game that are letting the home team down.
Spot on. Spot on. It's one of those games, isn't it? For Arthur Romano, by the way, his first try-double in a Catalan shirt.
Move! Ball now. Go 4. And the back. Still 4.
Sneed hasn't really been in it, has he? And I think that's key as well. Because he is so important that everything that Salford do with ball in hand. And here is Mark Sneed getting the ball away, but in the main, the Catalan Dragons have kept Mark Sneed very quiet.
Yeah, and that's what they've got to do to get anything out of this game. They've got to negate Mark Sneed, they've got to negate the involvements of Joe Mello, who we highlighted before the game. He hasn't had any ruck speed, so he's not been able to get out and examine those middle players for the Dragons, and then they've given a penalty away. That's the second penalty Chris Atkin is giving away at the play the ball.
Well, errors, penalties, errors, and they cost Salford, as you say, in this first half.
Yeah, both teams need to tidy up the discipline. I didn't expect it to be a grind. I didn't expect to see high completions, 5 drives and a kick, because these two teams both like to express themselves, but the skills are a little bit off today.
Nice one. Go 1.
5 minutes to go.
Still 1.
Oh, Satai beats a couple of players.
Move!
As he does.
2.
Possibly should have been a penalty. Salford getting away with one there. Here is Garcia, runs into Mellor and Dudson and Partington.
Move! Go 3rd.
Got to keep them out, you feel, Salford here. Desiree!
Still third.
That's a good offload. Garcia picks it up. Rouget with a little sidestep and a shimmy, just about read by Mellor and by the captain, Callum Watkins.
Go 4.
Here is McAlorum.
Still 4.
Sims.
5.
5 yards away from the Salford line.
Go 5.
Last tackle. It goes back to Rouget, who puts a little kick forward, and well, under pressure from Farge, there was nowhere to go, was there? The ball is booted behind, it's a goal line dropout, and more pressure for the Salford Red Devils to absorb.
Repeat possession for the home team, but a nice kick put in. I love to see half-backs combine in that department. One kick, one chase. And on that occasion, they get good rewards. Mark Sneed had no option.
One kick, one chase, one cleared.
Yeah.
Mark Sneed was the man who read the situation.
Cock off.
More pressure coming from Catalan. Big moments in this game just before half-time, and the big man with another big run, Satai.
He was looking for an offload. If Michael McAlorum has eyes for the ball, he gets an offload.
Desiree brought down, but yeah, Chris Satai, 18th appearance. Impact player, and how every single one of his Catalan appearances has been from the bench. But they count, and that may well have come off. Callum Watkins, the ball bouncing around all over the place. Romano eventually knocks on. That was the first knock on.
It was by Salford, Stuart. But I think Salford get out of jail again, even though that knock-on occurs. If that pass is clean, Catalan Dragons stroll under the black dog. They were broken again.
Salford are hanging on here, aren't they?
Definitely.
Just before half-time.
They need to get into the changing rooms. Catalan Dragons have a few things to tidy up, but they're definitely on the front foot.
Okay, shot clock off. Ball's in, out.
Kerr Haggerty, Paul Rowley want to get the troops in.
Oh, intercepted by Dion Cross, and that will certainly snub out the danger. Did well there, Dion Cross. 2 minutes to go to half-time.
Call it now. 4-2.
3 tries, 2 for Arthur Romano, 2 tries in the first 10 minutes, rather setting the tone for this game. Here is Hankinson.
Move, high space. Go 4.
Of course, scored that sensational winning try, didn't he, that beat St Helens a couple of weeks ago late on.
Go 5.
Hankinson once more. Sneed on the last, but look where he's kicking from, inside his own half of the field, and again brilliantly read by Arthur Moore.
He never looks like he's going to drop those, does he? I know Mike
What a pass that was! Yahar was nearly away. Furan Yahar's had limited opportunities this year, with Davis and Johnson preferred on the wings, but invariably when Yahar comes in, he makes an impression.
But that's the fullback, Arthur Moore, deals with a horrible kick.
Got 2.
Sees where the space is, takes it all the way to the line and then releases the winger. Advanced skill from Arthur Moore of kick reception.
Good. Still third.
Sheridan. Still a minute.
On the mark. Go 4.
Still a couple of tackles left here for the Dragons. Here is Satai.
5. Sam straight up.
So the last one.
Go 5.
McAlorum and Farge. Now goes up a little kick towards the try line. It's taken well by Ryan Briley, who diffuses the possible danger. And I agree with you, Barry, as we approach half-time. Given the situation of the game, Paul Rowley has got to be pleased. They're only 18 points behind.
They haven't done an awful lot wrong, but they haven't also given them a chance in this game.
They haven't threatened the Catalan line.
They haven't had any field position. They haven't earned the right to go down the other end of the field.
Well, there it is. It's been hot work. It's tough out there. Temperatures around 79, 80 degrees. It's certainly taken its toll on the Salford Red Devils, because for periods in that game, the Catalan Dragons have been red hot. A try by Cesar Rouge early on, and then a first double for Arthur Romano in a Catalan shirt. And Catalan know if they win this game, they will leapfrog Salford back into 5th place in the Super League table. What can Paul Rowley and his coaching staff do at half-time? Can Salford turn this game around? Well, we'll find out shortly. We'll be back to review that first half after this short break. Catalan leading 18-0.
They're always big, they're always powerful, but you've got to match fire with fire.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really good word that you use, because exactly what Paul Rowley was saying to our touchline reporter Steve Brady, that they're getting bullied around the pitch and they need to gain some sort of control. He's confident the game hasn't gone and they're still in it and it's still winnable. Not surprisingly, Steve McNamara happy with the approach of his players, but yeah, as you said, wants to cut out those enforced errors and just increase their intensity a little. Anyone would think you played the game. You were spot on again.
Don't look so surprised, Stuart. It happens every now and then, even a broken clock and all that.
We're on. Second half is underway. Barry and I thoroughly enjoying this. Not so much the Salford Red Devils, but let's see what they're made of in this second half. Let's see them have a real go.
Yeah, and with the coach's words ringing in their ears. Being in changing rooms at half-time when a coach has questioned whether you're tough enough, whether you can run a little bit harder, you can hit a little bit harder, and usually the first 5 or 10 minutes you need to strap yourself in, don't you?
Go third.
Well, just tell us, I mean, it's interesting. Salford trying to get out of their own 20. An insight, when you go in and you're losing heavily at half-time, you sit on the bench in the changing rooms, your head's down.
Ears open, that's the most important thing. If the players respect the coach, which I believe they do 100%, ears open, because the key might be in some tactical tweak or change. But in this instant here, he's simplified his message. I just need a little bit more toughness in your play.
So 18-0 Catalan lead. If you are just joining us live on Sky Sports Rugby League, Catalan win. We'll see them go above Salford back into 5th place in Super League as the race tightens up for places in that top 6, and that's superb from Tom Davis, brought down by Dion Cross eventually. Davis trying to milk the penalty, get on with it again. Well done, the referee. Too much of that.
Absolutely there is. Get on with the game, boys.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Good tackle in the end.
Looking for an offload, wasn't he, Desiree?
He was. Danger signs are there once more. Rouget with the kick up, and it's well taken by Ryan. The pressure from Nicavalu and from Romano. There was nothing there that Ethan Ryan could do about it. He did his job.
He caught the ball, got his feet down on the floor as quick as he could, and tried to get the remainder of his body, therefore the ball down, so the tackle is complete. Icavalu didn't allow him. We're hearing from the sideline that Seguier comes on, Yaha has gone off. May well be a hamstring problem for the winger, so a reshuffle in that back line for the Dragons.
That's a big blow for them. Oh! Chris Satai on the charge for the mistake. And that was on the first tackle from the dropout. Yeah, that would be annoying for Chris Satai. It would be annoying for Phil Yaha as well, because he's not had too many opportunities. No. And he played an important part in that first half, didn't he? 10 years, Yaha. He's the record try scorer at Catalan, 101 touchdowns for the Dragons. But it's unlikely we're going to see him back on the field.
Well, if you look at Icavalu on this side on the wing, and then you've got Romano in the centre, we can just see Tom Davis a little bit out your screen, so we'll try and work out who's gone in the centre over on that far side away from us. Bailey Sirinen, probably.
Yeah, Sirinen or Seguier have gone into the
he
centre.
can do a bit of both. We were on the game last night, you and I, and we were talking about how important it is to have versatility in your squad, and players that can play at centre, second row are crucial to that.
Well, crucial to this game is the next try scorer is wearing a Salford jersey. Oh, he's going to be pushed into touch. Ryan, brilliant defence.
Just let go of it.
Hankinson is claiming, Ryan claiming that the ball was ripped out,
Just let go of it.
but they're going to get no joy out of that. He's a hard man, Tariq Sims, isn't he?
Just let go of the ball.
What a good signing. He's been a real bonus for Steve McNamara, the way he plays.
Just look at the frame on him.
Yeah.
Look at the frame on him. He's obviously, he's got good minutes in his game. He's powerful, but he's a smart rugby league player as well.
Second.
We think Sirinen is in the centre over on the right for Catalan. And then Tariq Sims as well is up over there as well.
So it'll be Davis and Sirinen on the right, and Romano and Ikavalu on the left. That's the reshuffle after the injury to Fuad Yaha. 5 minutes gone, second half, still 18-0, Catalan in front. Nowhere for McAlorum to go. That's a great offload to Garcia, and Farge was looking for a way through as well, but I think that's a high tackle. Was it Wright? Was it Dudson? Let's have a look. Maybe a bit of both, but the arm round the neck of the Catalan captain. And yeah, the sensible decision. Already 3 scores ahead.
It's an interesting decision though, isn't it? When you think they've only played 5 minutes of this second half, they haven't really had any kind of pattern to the play so far in the second. Probably just shows where they are. Talked about the players that aren't there, the influential players that aren't there, whether they would have said, let's go, because the confidence is high. The fluency isn't quite there. But for the mentality of the players, listen, they're not bothered about scoring tries. It's 18-0 now. If nothing else happens now, 18-0 goes in the record books and they've got the 2 points on the ladder.
And if Artem Moore does kick this, it means Salford have got to score 4 times. And when you consider they've not looked like scoring once,
yes,
that may be what came into play with the thinking of Captain Garcia and Coach McNamara. Is it going to be 4 out of 4 for Artem Moore? No doubt whatsoever. Up go the flags, 2 more points on the tally for Catalan, who now lead by 20 points to 0.
Interestingly, you said Steve McNamara called to go for 2. I'd hesitate to say the players wanted to go for 2.
I'll just say Garcia and that.
They will. The coach will allow the players who are in the game and have a feel for the game to make those big decisions.
20-0.
20-0 and there's still a stop-start game, hasn't it? You've talked about Chris Satai, he bumps a couple of defenders off. He must have some tackle busts at the side of his name. Leads the meters. He started the game on the bench. Leads the meters for his side.
20 points to 0, early stages of the second half. Desiree. I've got to be honest, really disappointed with Salford so far. Catalan have done so well to keep Mark Sneed quiet. We've hardly mentioned him unless he's kicking the ball.
Yeah.
Great run again. We're on the back foot as Salford. Of course, who was it? It was Ben Garcia. And here's Rouget with the high chested kick, and Dion Cross does well. Is there a way back for Salford, I wonder, in this game? Amir Burrow is on for Joe Mellor in this second half. They've won 4 on the spin, but they're really up against it here. Trailing by 20 as we approach 10 minutes gone in the second half, and the time has got to come for them to chance their arm.
I think smart from Salford there. He's done 33 tackles, Joe Mellor. They've ran at him, the Catalan Dragons. They've realised what form he's come into this game, tried to take some petrol out of his tank, and Amir Burra gets a run at 9 now. He's charged with moving this side around the field. That's an ambitious offload. I'll put it that way.
Yeah,
it's a hopeful one as well.
Go 5.
It is already the last. Look again, Sneed kicking from inside his own half, and Even Mark Sneed's kicking boots are missing today. Straight to Artem Morgan. This will be decent field position for Riccardo, unless he's pushed into touch, and maybe, just maybe, Watkins was there, Ryan was there, Atkin was there. Maybe that's the moment that sparks for Catalan.
Well, sometimes the small actions have a big consequence and a big reaction on a game. Much like Ikavalu did on his opposite, Ethan Ryan, all the way down the other end of the field. Doesn't allow, Salford don't allow him to get down, complete the tackle. They force him over the sideline. Some deep breaths being absorbed from the front row of the Catalan Dragons. But a bit of possession, and it brings the Salford fans into the game. They haven't had too much to shout about so far.
Well, this is the moment for Salford. You feel it has to be. Need to score. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Arguably need to score now.
Still one.
Shorts and Atkin.
Isn't it? It's flat.
Yeah. Callum Watkins trying to find a way through. Amir Burrow at dummy half, but again it was down the blind alley from Gil Dodson. Where's the flair that Salford are known for? Is it going to come now? Right feed Sneed. Sneed does well, and here is Briley looking for a way through. The ankle tack came from the makeshift centre Bailey Sirenen. Sneed again. Again on the short side. Is there a gap there for Shane Wright? Close as Salford have been in the entire game. On the last. There's the kick from Sneed. There's the take from Cesar Rouget. It comes to nothing. Well defended by Catalan, but a missed opportunity from Salford.
You're absolutely bang on. That's the first time we've looked at Catalan Dragons anywhere near the try line. It was a good kick, it just wasn't a good chase. It looked a tired effort from the Dragons, from the Devils.
French will be celebrating Bastille Day on Sunday. At the moment it very much looks like the Dragons will be celebrating with a victory, and that was a poor pass out as Chris Atkin managed to get on it. It was Theo Farge again. We've seen 3 or 4 loose passes from the Catalan scrum half. So another opportunity here. Briley does well, that superb play. Stone brought down. Tackled off the ball as well. So just a little bit of momentum here for Salford, a little bit of pressure.
Perfect play from Salford on one of the few occasions that Ryan Briley has had the ball in his hand. The referee saw the late challenge. Having another look at it, it looks like it's just a penalty. Bailey Sirenen, back rower by trade. Just can't resist, getting a little nudge on the fullback. Second time in as many minutes that Salford will have a crack at the try line of the Dragons.
Well, let's see if they can come up with anything better with ball in hand. Sneed now and Dodson.
If they're going to offload Salford, they have to be in a position and a mindset to do something with it. Otherwise, don't offload.
Amir Burrow. Sneed loses possession. And that, I'm afraid, just sums up Salford's afternoon with ball in hand.
I think there's a knock-on, Stuart. You can see the relief from Mark Sneed.
Did it come off a Catalan player?
Well, they certainly got up quick on Mark Sneed. So I don't know whether Seguier knocks that ball down. It's not a great replay for us to look at, but Salford are going to get the ball again.
Yeah, clearly did, and you're right. It was relief rather than frustration and anger.
Big puff of the cheeks, wasn't it?
Yeah.
10 seconds, boys. Head in, Tarek, head in.
Best period of pressure in this game for Salford. Got to get points on the ball. 13 minutes gone in the second half. A chance here for Ryan.
Ball now, Alric. Go on, good, Alric.
Hankinson and Sneed once more. Shorrocks and Watkins, who is looking for support.
Goal 2.
And it wasn't there.
Still 2.
I'm going to say it again. They're not expecting the offload.
All boys.
Callum Watkins is always going to make it available.
Wrong read.
Sneed, Atkin.
Tarek.
And again, no shape. No shape from
Keep going
those
now.
attacking
Hold it.
numbers for
Goes
Salford.
forward.
2 tackles left. Sneed across the line it goes.
Keep going so
Jorrocks
forward.
gets the ball out. Sneed again. Now Wright. Wright looking for a way through, and Shane Wright. Seguier in with the tackle. Sirenin's there as well. Last one. It's going to go back to Sneed. Sneed with a little dab towards the line, and again it wasn't the best of kicks. It was read really well by Tarek Sims, and Salford have had 5 minutes of total pressure, and they've come up with nothing.
But that's better. The offloads were respected. They were on the front foot and looking to do something with it.
Was that a knock on?
Yes.
Was that a
Nice
knock on
kick
from
in. Tarek
Cavalli?
Sims goes down on the ball. They're a metre away from the try line, and the Red Devils just ratchet up the aggression in defence. Gil Dudson underneath the ball, and as he's trying to get up and play the ball to Kivalu, there you go, clearly drops the ball. I've seen them go the other way, by the way. Gil Dudson is supposed to get out of the ruck area,
Got a ball. I'll just knock the shot clock off it.
but there'll be no complaints by the Red Devils.
Shot clock off. All right. Cheers, Jack.
15
Ball's
minutes
over there,
gone.
boys. The clock's off.
In the second half.
6. 6. Pull it there, Mickey.
Solitary penalty from Arthur Moore, the only points we've seen so far. But Sneed there with a long pass to Dion Cross, and well, Tom Davis, it was quite easy for him. Smiles and celebrations.
Well, here's another anomaly. When a player is catching a ball from a kick, the defender is not allowed to tackle him in mid-air. But if it's a pass, he's fair game. That's the reason Dion Cross turns round and says, you can't do that. Well, you can.
Yeah.
Brilliant explanation, absolutely spot on, but another chance gone. Another chance gone, and they've been down there, they've had 3 sets, well, they should have had 3 full sets on the line.
Wait a sec. Okay.
Absolutely spot on by Aaron Moore. The referee, Jack Smith, the video referee, was just confirming it with the on-field ref that that's the rule. It was the rule even when you played.
It was the rule, and I have a vague understanding of the guidelines. Yes, Stuart, stop looking at it like that.
20 points to 0, 57 minutes on the clock. Was that Salford's chance gone?
Well, there's a long way to go in this game, so the more time they spend down to our right as we're watching, the better, the more chance they've got of getting over the try line. But if that is it, then that door is slammed shut. If the Dragons go down and score a try, that could be game, set and match.
Just goes to show, doesn't it, how important the number 7 is, or the scrum half is to each team. You and I were watching London against Castleford 24 hours ago when Jacob Miller, the Castleford scrum half, had an absolute stormer, didn't he? He was involved in everything, he was brilliant from start to finish. Mark Sneed, arguably his worst game of the season, or certainly the most ineffective game.
Ineffective is that he hasn't done a lot wrong, but he hasn't had enough touches of the ball, he hasn't been in the right area of the field. This is a team sport. He'll look to put in a ground gaining kick, because that's where Salford need to be.
Go for good out, Rick.
And then ball goes back to Sneed.
Yep.
It's a good testing kick and well taken by
A good tackle as well.
and good pressure from Ryan.
It wasn't a kick to challenge, it was a kick to hit. They look like they're on the same page now at the minute, Stuart. It's taken them 50-odd minutes to all get on the same page.
Go 2.
Tackle, can't afford to do that. Jorrocks involved, but
Caught him there, Joe. I've got it not forced on
approaching the
Davis
hour.
now.
Still 20 points to 0.
And they can't afford to release the pressure. Doesn't bend his back
Stay behind.
enough, Jorrocks. He ducks down when he's going into contact, Tom Davis, anyway.
Possession-wise, got to say, as we approach the hour mark, the second half has been dominated by Salford, but for all of that, they still haven't really come close to scoring the front.
Find space. Go on.
Costa.
Move. Hold it,
Interesting
boys.
that Steve McNamara like to do that, because they have McAlorum and De Costa on at the same time.
Yeah, a lot of teams will play with two hookers, try and speed up around the play of the ball, target some of the bigger men who may well be fatigued.
There is Bousquet. Bousquet and Labarette so important in that front row. Putting in those hard yards in this heat in the south of France. There is Seguier.
Move. Hold it, boys.
Aragon. Last tackle.
Okay, yeah.
Cavalli will chase this forward. Well taken by Ryan. Did really well, especially when you see who the man who was coming to knock you to the ground, Tariq Sims, and you know that you're going to get hit and hit hard.
Yes, and it's a long way to go for Salford now. You can see a couple of forwards in the middle of the screen walking, getting some energy in. Big King, who came in to the play in the first half, we make it only lasted 6 minutes. Such was the drain on his energy system.
Okay, wrong read from Cesar Root.
The humidity as well, which will be taking its toll, I'm sure. Atkinson brought down.
Tapped under it, 5.
Atkin. But on the last, Sneed took a little kick over there for the winger, Dion Cross to chase, but
on the 30, pal.
nothing doing once again for Salford. Hour gone, 20 points to nil, and Catalan, you have to say, in total control.
Well, the Dragons seem to have tidied up some of those basic errors that they were making in the first half. When Steve McNamara got his team in, that was one of the things he talked about, wasn't it? Being slicker, having a better approach, and cutting out the unforced errors. Look like they've done that. Big King on the sideline, prowling, looking like he's ready to get back on.
Okay. On. Move. Hold it, boys.
18 minutes on the clock.
Go on. 2. Muscane.
Just keep it tight. That's the key, isn't it? As you say, no mistakes, just keep it tight.
Garcia again working hard, 14th carry, approaching 150 metres, and not one that goes berserk on stats, but on conditions, conditions like this, the hardest workers take pressure off somebody else. A mistake from Seguier, who began the game on the bench, so it's not an energy question for him, it's a concentration question. Benjamin Garcia, what a player he is for his team. Very rarely gets the accolades and the plaudits, but people who know the game see the work he does, see the effort he puts in for others, and he's one of those players. You know, sometimes you talk to a squad and you say, who's the player you want to play with? Well, some players go out with the focus of being that player. I want to be the player that everybody talks about outside the changing room. I think Ben Garcia is one of those.
He is the classic inspirational captain. By words and by deeds. Singleton!
Hold it. Go third.
Is there anything here for Salford? Amir Burrow from dummy half, brought down by De Costa and McAlorum and Bousquet.
They have to score now, they have to get something here.
Yeah.
Still 4.
Now Partington show why he isn't a dummy half. That was a poor pass and it was well scooped up in the end. Right, I think it was. Sneed again will go towards the try line and hits the crossbar. What's going to happen? And it's picked up, I think.
Well, he's won the crossbar challenge.
He has.
They might not win the game.
20. It's in goal. It's in goal.
Wow. Ikevalu, he caught it behind the try line, off the bar, so it is a tap 20. Look at this.
So it's gone over the line.
What's the prize?
Well, we're getting a full test on the rules, on the laws of the game this afternoon, stroke this evening, aren't we?
Right there, Jack. 0.
I'd love to think that Mark Sneed meant that. There's a well-earned break for the big man. Captain Garcia goes off. Ollie Partington making friends for next year.
Again, Bruce Gay. 13th year with Catalan.
Goal 2.
Here is Sims. He may be at the veteran stage, Harry Sims, you know, but he's done a really fine job for Catalan this season. Romano still waiting for the first try of this second half. I don't think we're going to get it here as Mark Sneed ties up in front of his own post.
And just looking at body language, Salford Red Devils look tired. They've done a lot of work, a lot of defence, been under pressure for the largest parts of this game. Mark Sneed picks up, scurries, scuffles around, and there's nobody there, is there? They played Hull FC last week, and although they managed to get over the black and whites 22-20, there were some signs of tiredness. They weren't at the sharpest best. And it's a difficult place to come at the best time. Stade Gilbert Brutus with the travel and all the different things you have to negotiate. Good take from Tom Davis.
On a day like this, the heat and the humidity.
Yeah, but I think coaches and clubs use it to their advantage. Time with the players, get some massage sessions in, get some rehab in, get some treatment in, some intense treatment on some of those bumps and bruises, and just spend some time re-engaging with the groups and the squads and getting everybody back on the right page. There's a knock-on here.
Seguier, I think it was.
Is that his second?
Yeah. What's into the man? Here, boys.
If he plays next week at Castleford, Paul Seguier, it will be the 100th appearance of his career. But 2 errors in the last few minutes here. Everybody just taking a breather.
What's going on here?
Full credit to those fans, Stuart. You can hear it through your TV screens at home in full voice. Plenty have travelled. We heard over 1,000 have made that trip, and they're in full voice. Salford fans are the best, aren't they? They don't care what the result is. They come for a good time.
Mickey, you come round here. Shot clock's off. No.
Try again.
Heads in, boys. Tarek. Ball in now. Out.
13 minutes left on the clock.
Okay.
There is Briley.
Just too early, that, Stuart. He didn't really take out the defenders then, Briley.
Tell me, do you expect both these teams to be in the top 6 at the end of the season?
I think Salford have an excellent chance, but the squad as it is, they run on a very small squad. It probably is determined not by the chances, but on keeping players like Sneed and Briley and Ollie Partington for that matter. If you can say that Ben Garcia is the talisman for the Dragons, well, Ollie Partington is the same for Salford.
Favour, the ball bouncing again, favouring the Catalan Dragons. Rouget comes away with it. Catalan, we think, will be in the playoffs.
Yeah, they've had a wobble, they've had a couple of back-to-back losses. But all those players I mentioned, probably about 40% of the salary cap sat on the sidelines at the minute.
Players to come back. This is going to be the 3rd game this season that the Catalan Dragons nil their opponents. 26-0. They've been Leeds in May, in Perpignan. And they remember all the way back in February when it was cold. Remember, it was cold in February when they nil London. 34 points to nil.
I remember when it was it's cold in July, Stuart.
Go on.
11 minutes to go, and it looks like Salford's race is run.
Yeah, there's not much left in this game. There's not much to take out for Paul Rowley and his coaching staff. But I always go back to it. I go back to being in games where the scoreboard has gone against you. What's your attitude for your teammates? What's your commitment to the cause, irrespective of a win and a loss? And me personally, I didn't look at the scoreboard, and even if the scoreboard was against us, I probably tried a little bit harder to get myself out of the rut of players that had let the team down. Ryan Briley, sorry, beg your pardon, Chris Atkin gets half through a gap, tries to find a supporting player on the edge, and it's a wild, tired pass.
Well, they lost 42-0 a year ago in the south of France, Salford. 20-0 down here.
Probably warm with Rugby, are you?
Everybody counting that clock down, 10 minutes to go. Just the 2 points courtesy of the boots of Artem Moore in this second half. Salford had a spell, didn't they, of 6 or 7 minutes when we felt that they had to score.
And it was because the coach, Paul Rowley, challenged them, didn't he? They haven't had enough for long enough in this game. And I think they'll just be glad to get this game over with. Get through it without any injuries. I think that's the result. To play the 80 without getting another big injury. They've got a big schedule coming up, Salford, haven't they?
Yeah.
Bousquet. Chance towards the line, Julien Bousquet. Last tackle. McLaurin will kick it through, and I think it's Chris Atkin who grounds the ball. But did he lose the ball, and then did Rouget get his hand on the ball? This is going to be really interesting to see. Aaron Moore did exactly the right thing, because he saw the ball come out. He's going to get Jack Smith, the video referee, to have a look at what just happened.
Well, it's gone up as a no try. Aaron Moore sent it up as a no try. The pick up at the play, the ball is okay. It's a scruffy pick up. On first look, I thought Chris Atkin got, even though he fumbled it, he got his hand to it. That tells me a similar story. We probably need to get a different camera angle. Here we go, this is the one.
That's all it will be, and what's been the only way you can put it honestly, a bad day for Office.
I'm not sure they deserve a try. Whether they'll jag a try here or what, I don't know, but every facet of this game, they've been way below the standards that they've set this year, and it'd be bitterly disappointing for Kurt Haggerty and Paul Rowley.
Desiree back on for the Dragons. Here is Sneed. Right on that far side, Shane Wright brought down by Theo Farge. Sneed just about holds on. Storrocks. If Salford do score, Steve McNamara will be absolutely fuming. They want to nil the Red Devils. That was Watkins. Here's Sneed. The ball goes to ground from Yayawa, and I guess that play and that set sums up the afternoon, the evening for the Salford Red Devils.
In a nutshell, loose, sloppy. You know Big King gets his arm free, you know he's looking for an offload. And there's been a real shift in today, and I don't know why. Paul Rowley will want to investigate why, but those second phase opportunities, you can see from the facial expressions, the body language, Salford players pretty apprehensive. Keep it, don't offload it, and that's not the way that they play this game.
4 minutes to go. Barry will be selecting his Betfred player of the match shortly. One thing we can say for certain it'll come from the home side. Taken well by right for the Red Devils. Sam Stone it was. Done a sidestep from Gil Dudson. May well have been. Burrow. Hankinson.
Still 2-0 Tech.
Just running sideways.
Third. Come on. All third. Still third. Yep.
Beyond cross. Just stay down there, the winger. The clock will stop with 3 minutes to go. Too much of that, I don't think, from Seguier. Svaj down low. I think it was Sirinen, wasn't it? Bailey Sirinen.
Well, he just falls off the tackle and gets back on for me. A good crowd, a good atmosphere. We're here just short of 8,000 in the ground today. A big chunk of them, as you can hear, are from Salford.
Well, with 3 minutes to go, Betfred player of the match. And Steve McNamara, I think, will be happy with the win. Maybe not happy with some aspects of the performance, but it's been a win. Could turn out to be a crucial win as well. Your player of the match.
He will be happy just for that final whistle to blow, because it's been a horror at times, and those fans have thoroughly enjoyed their afternoon, but not the way that the game has been played by their team. The Betfred player of the match is the player that had the biggest involvement in the first half with those 2 tries, and it's Artur Romano. He's been virtually flawless in a game littered with mistakes. So the Betfred player of the match is Artur Romano.
Davis may well have got that one on. So Salford are going to get one last opportunity with a couple of minutes to go. Yes, Artur Romano with his first try double for the Catalan Dragons. The young man who looks like he's going to have a really exciting career for the Dragons and for France over the next decade or so. He is our player of the match, and we'll be hearing from him before we go off air tonight.
Okay, heads in, boys.
Well, the only question now, are Salford going to get some points? Catalan nil them once more, but there's a gap here on the far side. I think it may well have come off Davis. Play on, says the referee. Came off a Catalan hand, so 0 it was. Sirin, I think, who saved the day, wasn't it? Stone brought down as close as they've been all afternoon. 2 minutes to get a consolation try. Briley and Sneed, ball goes forward, pounced on by Rouget, and
who's offside, Stuart, so they'll get the ball back, Salford.
It's different to charge then, he's gone to catch it, he's lost it.
Yep.
I beg your pardon, what the referee's saying is it's not a charge down, it's a knock-on, so it'll be a scrum to Salford. I beg your pardon.
Yeah, this is the charge down, they pick the ball up. Offside, that's right, isn't it?
Heads in, boys, 1 second. Head in, outer, lead the head in.
They've had enough ball in the second half, but they've done nothing with it. Absolutely nothing with it. They're going to get one last chance here. Here is Atkin, and trying to find Ryan, and well, there you go. There you go. It's been one of those days for the Salford Red Devils, and they're going to end up being nilled by Catalan for a second consecutive year in this fixture at the Stade Gilbert Brutus, and really they can have no complaint.
No complaints, a real backward step for them. Their expectations are going into games like this. We said before the start of the game, Salford in position on the league ladder at 5th, Catalan at 6th. Catalan have had a few bad results over the last month or so, but a real backward step, probably 2 or 3 steps backward for the Red Devils. But the Catalan Dragons, they won't look at this in any other way, shape or form than a W and 2 points on the competition lab.
A big win.
Were nowhere near perfect themselves.
No, spot on. A big win in golden point extra time at Hull KR. It's going to be a crucial win for Catalan here against the Salford Red Devils. It'll be a victory. There is the hooter. It's a victory that means Catalan go back-to-back, and Catalan will leapfrog Salford in the Super League table up into 5th. Thoroughly deserved victory. Salford were way off the pace, and Catalan winning by 20 points to 0.
Well, you can just see the relief on the Catalan Dragons players. Far from being a classic, but in every season there is a period of flatness, there is a period of refocus where you go back to that drawing board and you talk about what you've done right, what you need to improve on, and you begin that surge to the end.
We'll be hearing more from Barry as we review this game. We'll also be hearing from the player of the match, Arthur Romano. Salford's 4-match winning run is over. They drop to 6th, Catalan are 5th. Catalan win by 20 points to 0.